Hello everyone, I am Dr. K. Annapurna, ACE Department, VFSTR, Deemed University, Vadlamudi. Our today's topic is cross power spectral density. Okay. The main objective of this class is to make you familiarize with the concept of cross power spectral density and its properties. By the end of this lecture, you will be able to answer what is cross power spectral density, what is the relation between cross correlation function and cross power spectral density, and what are the properties of cross power spectral density. So, cross power spectral density is nothing but it represents the distribution of a cross signal over a spectrum of frequencies. For example, how the light is distributed over spectrum over wavelengths in rainbow. And let us see the properties. First property is Sxy of omega is equal to Syx of minus omega. We know the cross power spectral density is Fourier transform of cross correlation function. So, integral minus infinity to infinity r xy of tau into e power minus j omega tau d tau. Okay. Now, if I replace tau with minus tau, then what happens? Sxy of omega is equal to integral minus infinity to infinity r xy of minus tau into e power j omega tau d tau. And already we have seen the properties of cross correlation function. What is r xy of minus tau? It is equal to r yx of tau. So, this is equal to integral minus infinity to infinity r yx of tau into e power j omega tau d tau. But Fourier transform means here minus should be there. So, if I keep minus here, this omega also will have a minus. So, this is equal to Fourier transform of r yx of tau with omega is minus omega. So, it is equal to Syx of minus omega. And it can also be written as Syx star of omega, that is complex conjugate of Syx of omega. So, on the left hand side we have taken Sxy of omega, on the right hand side we got Syx of minus omega or Syx star of omega. Next property, the real part of Sxy of omega and Syx of omega are even functions of omega. So, even functions means for minus omega also they should give same result as omega. So, first let us write the definition of Sxy of omega. So, it is integral minus infinity to infinity r xy of tau e power minus j omega tau d tau. Here they have given us real parts. So, first of all, how can I write this e power minus j omega tau, which is a complex quantity? It can be written as cos omega tau minus j sin omega tau. Okay. So, here what is the real part of this? So, real part of e power minus j omega tau is equal to cos omega tau. Now, let us take the real part of Sxy of omega. So, this is equal to integral minus infinity to infinity r xy of tau into cos omega tau d tau. Because the real part of e power minus j omega tau is cos omega tau. Now, if I take minus omega in the place of omega, what happens? So, this is equal to integral minus infinity to infinity r xy of tau into, in the place of omega we have to write minus omega, so it is cos of minus omega tau d tau. But what is cos of minus omega tau? It is cos omega tau only. So cos of minus omega tau can be replaced by cos omega tau. So what it is? It is nothing but real part of s xy of omega. Right? Because instead of e power minus j omega tau, we have cos omega tau. And even we replace omega with minus omega, there is no change. That means it is even function. On the left hand side, we have taken real part of s xy of minus omega. But on the right hand side, we got real part of s xy of omega. That is, real part of s xy of omega is even function of omega. The next property is the imaginary parts of s xy of omega and s yx of omega are odd functions of omega. So, odd functions means if we replace omega with minus omega, it should result in minus of s xy of omega or s yx of omega. So, here first let us define s xy of omega is equal to integral minus infinity to infinity r xy of tau e power minus j omega tau d tau. And what is e power minus j omega tau? Just now we have seen it is cos omega tau minus j sin omega tau. Okay. So, what is the imaginary part of this? So, this is nothing but minus sin omega tau. Now, let us consider the imaginary part of s xy of omega. So, imaginary part of s xy of omega becomes integral minus infinity to infinity r xy of tau into minus sin omega tau. So, minus sin omega tau d tau. Okay. Now, if I replace omega with minus omega, what happens? Imaginary part of s xy of minus omega is equal to minus integral minus infinity to infinity r xy of tau sin of minus omega tau. So, what is sin of minus omega tau? It is minus sin omega tau. That minus and this minus gets cancels. So, this is equal to plus integral minus infinity to infinity r xy of tau sin omega tau d tau. Okay. So, this is equal to, in the actual imaginary term there is minus, but here it is not minus. So, it is minus of imaginary of s xy of omega. Minus of imaginary of s xy of omega. Next property, s xy of omega is equal to s yx of omega is equal to 0 if x of t and y of t are orthogonal. Okay. So, s xy of omega is equal to Fourier transform of R xy of tau. If two random processes are orthogonal, what is their cross correlation? R xy of tau is equal to 0 if they are orthogonal. If the two random processes x of t and y of t are orthogonal, then their cross correlation is 0. If x of t and y of t are orthogonal. So if R xy of tau is 0, then if I substitute here, we are integrating a 0 means the result is 0. So this is equal to 0. Okay. And next one, if x of t and y of t are uncorrelated and have constant mean values x bar and y bar, then s xy of omega is equal to 2 pi x bar y bar del of omega. So again I am writing the definition of s xy of omega. It is Fourier transform of cross correlation function. So integral minus infinity to infinity R xy of tau e power minus j omega tau d tau. Uncorrelated means they are independent. So what is R xy of tau? First, it is expectation of x of t into y of t plus tau into e power minus j omega tau d tau. If x of t and y of t are uncorrelated means they are independent. If they are independent, this can be written as if x of t and y of t are uncorrelated, that is independent, then we can separate this. Expectation of x of t into y of t plus tau can be written as expectation of x of t into expectation of y of t plus tau. So s xy of omega is equal to integral minus infinity to infinity expectation of x of t into expectation of y of t plus tau e power minus j omega tau d tau. And what is expectation of x of t? It is mean value of x of t, that is x bar. And what is expectation of y of t plus tau? It is mean value of y of t, so it is y bar into integral minus infinity to infinity e power minus j omega tau d tau. So this thing is 2 pi into del of omega. So 2 pi x bar y bar del of omega. If x of t and y of t are uncorrelated, this is the result. The cross correlation function is 2 pi x bar y bar del of omega. Next, let us see the last property. Cross correlation function and cross power spectral density are Fourier transform pair. So like power spectral density, cross power spectral density also have two definitions. One definition till now we have written, that is, it is the cross correlation, it is the Fourier transform of cross correlation function, And the other way of defining the cross power spectral density is limit t tends to infinity, expectation of xt of omega, xt star of omega into yt of omega by 2t. So what is xt star of omega? Limit t tends to infinity, integral x of t into e power j omega t dt. Integral minus infinity to infinity. 1 by 2t, let us take common, into integral yt of omega can be written as integral minus infinity to infinity y of t into e power minus j omega t dt. But here this time and this time may not be in matching. So to distinguish that, I am taking, instead of t, I am taking t1. So this is equal to limit t tends to infinity 1 by 2t, and this is expectation of, okay. So expectation of. So here I am writing integral minus infinity to infinity, integral minus infinity to infinity, because integration is linear operator, so we can combine, and expectation of x of t into y of t1 into e power minus j omega t1 minus t dt1 dt. So limit t tends to infinity 1 by 2t, integral minus infinity to infinity, integral minus infinity to infinity. What is this? Expectation of x of t into y of t1 means it is rxy of t minus t1 or t1 minus t. So, and let t1 minus t is equal to tau. So this becomes rxy of tau into e power minus j omega tau d tau into dt. So here we are assuming like this means dt1 is equal to d tau. So this is Fourier transform of rxy of tau, and this is time average. So time average means A of Fourier transform of rxy of tau. So here left hand side I have taken the cross power spectral density, and on the right hand side we got it is Fourier transform of autocorrelation, Fourier transform of cross correlation function. So that means cross power spectral density and cross correlation function are Fourier transform pair. And this is your assignment. And these are the textbooks. I hope you understand. Thank you.